The Mad Butcher of Kingsbury Run was an unidentified serial killer who killed and dismembered at least 12 victims in the Cleveland area in the 1930s. The official number of murders attributed to the Mad Butcher is 12, although recent research has shown there are as many as 20. The 12 official victims were killed between 1935 and 1938. The victims were usually drifters whose identities were never determined. Invariably, all the victims, male and female, appear to hail from the lower class of society, easy prey in Depression-era Cleveland. Many were known as working poor, who had nowhere else to live but in the area known as the Cleveland Flats. The Mad Butcher always beheaded and often dismembered his victims, sometimes also cutting the torso in half. In many cases, the cause of death was the decapitation or dismemberment itself. Most of the male victims were castrated, and some victims showed evidence of chemical treatment being applied to their bodies. Many of the victims were found after a considerable period of time following their deaths, sometimes a year or more. This made identification nearly impossible, especially since the heads were not often found. All of the suspects brought to police attention were either beaten into confession, or there was no evidence connecting them to the murders. In 1997, a theory postulated that there may have been no single butcher of the Kingsbury Run, because the murders could have been committed by different people. Therefore, the only thing known for certain was that all the murder victims were dismembered. Copycat killers could be roaming the very streets today.